Good morning. I am with some of the brightest minds in apartment real estate today. We have with us this morning Dina Parsons from Fidelity Title, Joe Mercado with our lending department.
For Specific Financial.
And then we have,
I'm Candace Livesey. Good morning.
and you're with what?
Ambassador Property Management.
Rich Trujillo, Farmers Insurance, the Trujillo and Daughters Agency.
Working at home.
So today we're just going to go around the table and get some updates on what's going on in each particular area of their expertise. So Dina, why don't you start off? What's going on in title? What should the viewer of apartments be thinking about when it comes to title?
One of the hot topics particularly for apartment owners for commercial within title insurance is when you do go to sell your property or refinance or do anything with the property. On commercial apartment units, there's multiple APNs. For instance, when you do a single family or even within that unit, there's an address. So everyone wants to deal with just 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street and there are 18 units. Well, on apartments, there's sometimes 3 and 4 different actual APN numbers, and those the 3 get overlooked because we just deal with the first address. So it's really important for the apartment owner to have all their APN numbers for their particular property. Sometimes just the APN, first of all, so to be more clear, is the actual legal parcel of the commercial apartment building that it's on. And so sometimes your building is on one APN and your parking structure is on another one. And that gets overlooked when we're running through escrow and running a prelim, those other ones. So that's really key to make sure that the apartment owner always knows every APN, and sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 4 or 5, for their address. Because we like to deal with APNs when it comes to commercial, not an actual situs address.
And Dina is a jet setter. She's always overseas, engaged with movie stars, doesn't have the time or the energy to deal with this. So if you have a question on your own APN, contact me or Lisa, and we will have that addressed for you,
Yes, we'll connect that.
if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Joe, tell us what's going on in commercial lending. You are the one with the money, as you can
Right.
see.
Yes.
Well dressed.
Thank you. Thank you. What's happening in the market is a lot of big changes. In 2016, we saw about a half-point increase on rates across the board. We're expecting another one in another few weeks, probably a quarter. That's impacted cap rates across the board, but there's still tremendous demand and appetite for housing around the city. I think what's happened with Trump and possible changes in immigration and so forth, that's going to definitely impact our population to some degree. We just don't know how. I think that the demand will continue to rise given the lack of supply and a lot of people still moving into LA. So I think for a lot of apartment owners that are either considering refinancing, time is of the essence. Same with purchases. You want to move on something fairly quickly and be able to capture a good rate before they increase. Now, inflation will likely continue to help a lot of apartment owners. We'll probably see another 5% increase this year. So we're seeing a lot of changes this year for sure. Very exciting time.
Joe, let me ask you this. Rule of thumb, if I have a mortgage right now,
Sure.
can I call you up and then have you analyze it, whether it's worth a refi?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Is
Jim?
there a rule of thumb, like if I have X percent, would you recommend a refi? I know every loan is different, but
Right,
what would
right.
you say right now if I've got an adjustable loan? Do I want to lock it in? What are your thoughts on?
Definitely. If you're in an adjustable environment, it makes sense to lock that rate because you're likely going to see an increase here this year and into next. So if you're anywhere in excess of 4.5%, it probably makes sense to have a discussion with me about the possibilities. If your loan is small, it might be okay, but if it's anything in excess of $400,000, it would probably make sense to evaluate what the options are. Maybe look at some cash out, but definitely locking the rate. If you're in an adjustable environment, it's a very dangerous time. You got to get out of that today.
So you're not a jet setter, you can handle calls directly?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
absolutely,
Well, how do
absolutely.
people get a hold of you?
Direct toll free is 866-405-6500. 866-405-6500. That's my direct toll free.
And your email address?
J Mercado, Mercado at First Pacific. That's all spelled out. Number1.com. jmercado at firstpacific1.com.
And we want to thank Joe for sponsoring this particular issue of JosephApartments.com. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate that. I have a deal right now with Joe We are working on an existing loan, putting a new package together. It's complicated. I don't understand it, but I'm thankful that Joe does, and he does a great job. And my clients put their trust in Joe, so Joe, you do a great job. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for your help, and thank you for sponsoring this episode. Candy, what's going on?
Hi,
in
good
property
morning.
management?
I'm Candy. Hi, good morning. Candy from Ambassador Property Management. Normally, I like to take advantage of talking about a topic in my department. Today, I'm going to take advantage of talking a little bit about some properties I have that I'd like to get out there for someone to rent. And if you choose me as a property manager, I could do the same for you. So no topics today from me. If you have any questions, though, you can reach me at area code 562-236-0102. And I'm going to take a little bit, just a minute to let you know what I have. I've got a lovely 3-bedroom, 3-bath home in Orange. That's ready now. It's lovely. Fireplace. They do allow pets. One more. I have a property in Fullerton. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. That's going for. I'm sorry. I'm going to start over. My Chateau is going for $2,850. My 4-bedroom in Fullerton. That's going for $2,300, and I've got a beautiful ocean view property at 850 East Ocean. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, high rise. That's going for $3,500, and I could do the same for you. Get your properties out there and call me if you have any questions. I'll take that opportunity to answer anything you may have.
Scandalous self-promotion on behalf of our property management division. But thank you, Candy.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you for this.
Richard,
Fine.
what's going on in the world of commercial insurance that our clients need to know about? Thank you for coming.
Well, insurance guys, we're always looking out against claims, right? And we want to avoid the claims. And the biggest source of claims right now, especially, we were talking a little while ago about multi-story. That water leak in the bathroom upstairs trickles down. And so you've got to make sure you just do your regular maintenance. But a big thing that some of our apartment owners are doing is sometimes it's the tenant's fault.
Right.
Make sure the tenant has renter's insurance. Otherwise, it'll come on the apartment owner's insurance and deductibles and all those other things. And now, because of vacancy, rates are so low. In the past, sometimes they were hesitant to push that, but now they have a little leverage. The other thing is vacant properties. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 or 5 on a lot, and if one of them or 2 of them are vacant for more than 30 days, you've got to notify your insurance advisor, because if there's a claim, you don't have that vacancy permit, and they would deny the claim.
Really?
And the other one you've heard,
Yeah.
sometimes a person has your private residence and you have it insured as a homeowner, and you decide to move and you rent it out. If you don't notify the insurance company, again, you're going to nullify the claim because it has to be changed to a landlord.
Interesting.
Now, how do you enforce that, Candy? How do you find out if a tenant has that homeowner's insurance or renter's
You mean
insurance?
renter's insurance?
Renter's
And how do you, you're a
it's
rider?
Good question. No, that is a good question, because this year we've decided to kind of take the extra step and offer that they do get it. And I know it's about, what, $60 usually a year? It's pretty reasonable.
Well,
Can you
$60, no.
No, it's more than that.
It's going to be somewhere around $175.
Oh, is it that
Yeah.
much? Okay, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Well, what do you
So that's
recommend?
good
Do you
to know.
recommend that the landlord
We
gets it
suggest.
and then passes the cost on, or the tenant gets it and proves it?
The tenant would have to pay for it, and what we've been doing in our department is, I had sent out a letter and offered everybody to hopefully take advantage of that and
But you
secure
can't force
themselves.
it. You can't
No.
insist unless you get it and then put it in the rent.
The existing tenants, you're going to have a tough time legally,
Yes.
but maybe your incoming is, because this is part of your
Yes.
lease agreement, you need to get.
Yes.
And some of them, even on commercial buildings, well, I know on commercial buildings, if you open up a building, the landlord is going to say, you need to get liability insurance, property insurance, and name me as an additional insured, because
I don't know about you, but I'm terrified. Anyway, if you have questions on your current existing insurance policy, bring them into Richard. Richard, you'll look them over, even if they're with another company?
No obligation.
And he'll look them over, give you an analysis, an objective third party, another pair of eyes to look over your insurance policy. And then with Candy, if you're running your property yourself or you're another property management, you want another opinion, she has been doing this for a long time, has a lot of expertise. So Candy, you wouldn't mind
Oh, I would
talking
love
to my
it. Oh, I would
clients and give
appreciate
some
it.
ideas?
Please give me a call.
And
I'll
then-
answer any questions. Yes.
And then Joe, if clients got a current loan, they
Let's talk about it.
they will get you the information. You can give
Yes.
them an objective analysis on
Absolutely.
what's going on. And then Dina, if you have any questions, talk to me. She is not talking to you directly. Anyway, if you have a title question on that Dina can help you with, give me the information, and I will reach Candy in the south of France and make sure that she
mean
gets
Dina?
Dina. I'll meet Dina in the south of France and make sure they get that question answered. So no matter what your issue
Happy
is
to help.
in managing apartments, let us know, and we're more than happy to help you navigate the interesting world of apartments. Thanks for watching.